Alright, so it's Tuesday. It's about 20 minutes past 1 o'clock where they would usually have the playlist update. Sometimes it drops late, so maybe playlist should be changing. From what I know, it's actually supposed to be the return of Shoot the Rusty Ship, which is the playlist with Shipment, Shoot House, and Rust. I'm going to assume that just replaces, you know, the Shoot House and the Shipment and the Park playlists, and then I don't know, whatever else comes. But so in the store, we got two new kits. What is this? The Balkan Special ATU, Balkan Blue Lightning Unit. This looks pretty cool. It's just completely blacked out shit. An M4 named Thunderclap. And then there's the Sear Kit Plunder Player, where you get a Grau, like the ZLR Grau, and then you get a new AX-50. I might buy it. Yeah, why not? So this Grau, I mean, basically it looks like a setup that anybody would basically run in Warzone. I mean, honestly, looking at it, I know that's called the Plunder Kit or whatever, but this is a setup that I see people run everywhere. In my opinion, though, if I were to go back into Warzone and actually run, like, you know, the overkill setup with, like, some sort of automatic and a sniper rifle secondary, yeah, why not? So I don't usually use these blueprints very often, but why not? We got the White Light one here. So this one only has 4 attachments on it, and this one's clearly built for Warzone. At least that's how I would build it. But in multiplayer, there's really no reason to be running this stuff. So we're gonna end up putting on the 17-inch factory barrel. We go 17-inch factory barrel, hack laser, Singard Arms Assassin, stippled grip tape, and then either focus or sleight of hand. It all kind of depends. Most of the time I would put on sleight of hand, but if I get into a lobby where it's like increasingly sweaty, or people that are using, you know, a lot more LMGs, SMGs, things that make my character, anything that basically isn't a full-blown sniper lobby, I like to run focus a whole bunch. But so last night I ended up actually finishing out the final 2 shotguns that I needed to finish out here. I ended up finishing the R90 shotgun and the VLK Rogue. I finished them both out. I have a disgusting amount of highlights just sitting here in this folder, but again, I just didn't get to editing it. You can also end up running the 7-round magazine because it doesn't actually hurt your ADS speed, which is everything that you want. I think the 7-round mag only affects like your movement speed or something like that, and then your actual ADS speed isn't hurt. The game tells you that it's hurt, but I don't think it is. Not the same case for the 9-round magazine though. Don't push it that far, but the 7-round magazine doesn't actually slow down your ADS speed. So I was talking about a leaked sniper just yesterday, and I didn't notice it, but like when I was looking at the tweet that I ended up linking in there, I thought the thing that the guy linked, listen, I don't know anything about guns or whatever, so you're gonna have to cut me some slack here. But the tweet that I ended up linking that was showing all of the evidence that the R700 or Remington 700 was a thing that was going to be put into the game, and at least it looks like, at the very least, it looks like that the R700 is coming to the game. Now, you can speculate on whether or not it's a marksman rifle, an actual sniper rifle, however it's gonna act, or you know, whatever its properties are and all that stuff. But in that tweet that I linked, there was all those files about the R700, and then there was a picture of the Chaytek intervention. I, for whatever reason, thought that that was like the R700 or whatever. I saw the file names, I saw the picture, and I figured it was just one thing. Indigestion. Now, I mean, unless the guy, I don't know, has some sort of brain fart or something like that, or whatever, this is 2 different sniper rifles. Not just one sniper rifle coming to the game, it's 2 different sniper rifles coming to the game. Right after this Rytec came out. So, it seems like after all of this time that we've been sitting around just suffering with these slow-ass things, man, it seems like we're getting everything that it felt like we were supposed to be getting in the process. It just always felt like the sniper rifles always took a back seat to everything else in the game. I understand, you know, you're trying to get people hooked and, you know, trying to get, you know, good weapons out there and feel good things and all this stuff. I get it. I'm sure they did everything in a certain way for a reason, but it was still painful regardless. As somebody that enjoys sniping, you know, to have your sniper rifle, none of them come and be updated or anything like that for that long, it was painful. Well, my team just speed planted both of the bomb sites, and the other team had no idea what to do. Yeah, according to that post, then that would mean that there are 2 different sniper rifles coming to the game, the R700 and the intervention. Again, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, without even knowing that that was actually an intervention. I'm so stupid. Any and every iteration that they have made of the intervention past the original MW2 intervention, the legendary quick-scoping god gun, Man, it feels nice to have a sniper rifle that actually kills when I hit him, unlike that Car 98. And after the buff, that thing is still a disgusting hit marker machine. People are always confused whenever I do these bunny hops around the corner and shit. That was the fastest game of demolition I've played since Black Ops 1. Yeah, if the intervention is coming to this game, I mean, there's so much content now for snipers anyway, man. If the amount of hype that was around the Rytec, and the fact that it's actually a pretty good gun, besides all of its, you know, bugs and stuff like that, for multiplayer, it's pretty good. It's not terrible. Has some weird little inconsistencies and weird little ghost bullets, and the sway and everything like that's pretty nuts. But the thing is, that sway isn't like the sway from Black Ops 1. A lot of people were saying like, oh, well, why don't you like the Rytec more? You were used to that crazy sway that was from Black Ops 1. It was even worse on Black Ops 1. While that's true, at least the bullet went where it was, you know, at. And here it feels like the bullets are slower, and also back then everything was like, you know, hit scan or whatever, so that you don't have to take any of that travel into account and all that. I'm going to assume you can build this intervention into like a god tier, you know, speed sniper rifle that likely will replace the AX-50. I'm really hoping that they don't make it like the Infinite Warfare intervention, where that thing just got tons of hit markers in comparison to the other weapons in the game anyway. The other sniper rifles in that game were way stronger than the intervention, even though the intervention was much stronger and it had its own, you know, niche spot, and definitely a lot of people were successful with it. In comparison to its original, after I'm done with this sniping thing for this video, it's back into, you know, whatever grindy playlist that they have out for this thing. I don't know if it's gonna update while I'm here or whatever to shoot the rusty ship or whatever, but I feel like Team Defender would be really good and easy to get clips on if you know exactly how to, you know, where to stand, where the spawn point goes in relation to where the person with the flag is at. You can definitely control it that way. If it works anything like where we were spawning from, they would be spawning in this corner. Yeah, see, you're able to control them in that corner. So if we leave that guy in the back, leave one person in our spawn, and then we have the other 3 people just hold mid-map / have one person spawn killing them, I mean, you could get crazy amounts of clips this way, I'm sure, on a lot of different maps. I don't know what kind of role it's gonna fit. Maybe a faster firing AX-50, maybe slightly weaker. I'm not entirely sure. Also gotta be kind of weird and difficult to try to balance all of these things around to work in 2 different game modes where the guns are built completely differently. I guess ultimately it's about adjusting what the attachments do to the weapons rather than the weapon itself. It's the attachments that are the issue, I guess. But no, if something has really good high base stats or something like that, and if they have like kind of not so great attachments or something like that, maybe that would be a weapon that's just as good as, you know, a weapon that has really bad base stats but god tier attachments or something. I don't know. I saw a comment on yesterday's video. He's like, this man went from COD News to ESPN Sports Center. So man, I get excited when I'm talking about this UFC stuff, and honestly, I'm just really excited. And also, according to the thing, I saw some more leaks and stuff like that. Apparently it's Israel Adesanya and Jorge Masvidal on the cover of the new UFC game. Yeah, this AX-50 variant though, it's nice. We don't usually get too many sniper variants, and when we do, they're just kind of weird. They're like rusty or dirty, or they just have like some nice black matte finish or something over top of it. It's nothing that really stands out or whatever, so it's nice to get one that at least looks kind of cool. Gold trim on it, looks pretty clean. Got the white. I mean, it looks clean just like all the other ZLR, you know, variants and stuff that we've gotten of these guns. We just finally got one for a sniper rifle that actually feels good. Surprised that guy hit marked me at all. And I shot him in the thigh and he dies. You're not even realistically supposed to die like that. He did. Like, it's just weird inconsistencies like that, man. I get hit marked like hell like that, dude, and then somehow, unless he was somehow injured, but it didn't, there was none of my teammates were there. Hopefully those 2 sniper rifles are good. That's all we can hope for. But I'm back to the grind here. R90 shotgun is obsidian, and now the VLK Rogue is obsidian. So now all I have left is these LMGs, these 2 SMGs, and then all of the ARs except the M4.